another tale. Welcome to Kindling and another journey into the heart of Africa's storytelling traditions. Today, we are traveling to the Democratic Republic of Congo, formerly Zaire, a land of vast rainforests and ancient wisdom. Now, the DRC is home to over 200 different ethnic groups, each with its own language and folk tales passed down through generations. And just like the rhythms of the Congolese rumba, these stories echo through time, teaching lessons of wit, wisdom, and survival. Now, perhaps because of its vast natural wealth and diversity, this rich land has long been a much contested space. But despite its ongoing political turmoil and many challenges, the DRC remains a land of resilience, creativity, and rich cultural heritage. Today, we bring you the tale of the clever rooster and the foolish leopard, a story of deception, arrogance, and the dangers of blind imitation. So, settle in, listen closely, and let's begin. Once, long ago, deep in the heart of the forest, an unexpected friendship grew between the rooster and the leopard. Now, although they lived in two different villages some distance apart, the two became very good companions. Over many months, they shared meals, traded stories, and enjoyed much laughter together, as good friends do. They became so close, in fact, that one day the leopard lent the rooster a certain sum of money. "Will you promise to repay me in full on the appointed day?" the leopard asked. "Of course, my friend," the rooster replied, and so it was agreed. But when the day arrived to settle the debt, the rooster found that he had no money to give. He needed a plan, and a clever one at that, and so the rooster made up his mind. The morning of the agreed repayment, the rooster gathered together a handful of fiery red peppers and crushed them all up together, mixing them with water until it looked like thick, fresh blood. Then he called his servants together in the coop and instructed them. "Today the leopard is coming to visit, but I do not wish to speak to him right away. When he arrives asking for me, tell him that my head has been cut off and sent to the women on the farm to be cleaned and combed," he said. After listening intently, the servants nodded dutifully. Then, as the rooster crouched down on his perch, he tucked his head beneath his wing, and, following his instructions, the servants then carefully poured the red pepper water onto the rooster's neck, letting some of it drip down onto the ground. Now, as the rooster stood on his perch with his head drawn in and painted red, it looked exactly like a fresh wound. Well, very soon, the leopard arrived as expected. Where is my friend, Rooster?" he asked. Well, the servants bowed and answered, "Our master is not here right now. His head has been cut off and taken to the women on the farm to be combed and cleaned." Leopard's eyes widened. "Cut off? And yet he is alive?" "Very much so," replied the servants. The leopard stepped forward, peering closely at the red liquid dripping from where the rooster's head should have been, and he gasped. "Oh, it was true. What powerful magic!" he exclaimed, shaking his head in amazement. Now, the leopard had traveled a long way, of course, and so he went to take some rest from his journey. Later on, when he had rested, he returned to the rooster's home for a second time, and there he found his friend restored and completely normal as before. Curious, he now asked his friend how it was done, and the rooster told him, "Oh, it's very easy. When you reach your home, you cut off your head and send it to the farm to be combed and cleaned. And there you are. Well, the leopard became very excited and forgot all about the reason for his visit. He left the rooster's palace without collecting his money, but he could not stop thinking about what he had seen that day. As he made his way back home, the leopard became envious. If the rooster could do it, surely he could do it too. The very thought of being able to impress his friends and family with such a trick made the leopard's chest swell up with pride. And so, just before he arrived home, he resolved to copy what he had seen at the rooster's compound. "I will do the same," he declared. So, that evening, when he returned to his village, the leopard gathered his family and his servants together. "I have learned a most wondrous trick," he boasted. "Tomorrow you must gather everyone in the village square to witness it. I want you to cut off my head from the neck, and then, when my head is cut off, you will take it to the farm for them to comb it and clean it, and return it back to me. Then I will be made whole." His family gasped, but the leopard assured them that it would work. He then sent out messengers far and wide, inviting all of his friends and neighbors to witness this incredible magic. Well, the very next day, a large crowd gathered to witness the wondrous trick. The air was filled with excitement. The leopard stood tall in the center of the village, his eyes gleaming with confidence and pride. "Proceed," he commanded. His servants hesitated at first, but as he insisted, they did as they were ordered. With one swift motion, they cut off his head with a large knife. Immediately, the leopard's powerful legs gave way, and his body collapsed to the ground. The crowd gasped. "Oh, now, surely, will he rise?" they murmured. The leopard servants then took his head to the farm, where the women combed it and cleaned it and brought it back. But when they placed it back on his neck, nothing happened as expected. Instead, the lifeless head merely rolled off the leopard's body and fell onto the ground. The servants tried again and again to balance the leopard's head back on his body, even propping it up with sticks and twigs, but still it would not stay. The leopard did not move. He did not speak. He did not rise. His body lay stiff and silent, stone dead. Well, eventually the crowd fell silent as excitement turned to realization. One by one, they turned away and went back home, confused and saddened by what they had seen. And that is where the story ended. And so the rooster escaped his debt with a clever trick, while the leopard perished, all because of his own foolish desire to be admired. Well, this story is a warning, of course, against blindly copying others without understanding their secrets. Remember that what works for someone else may not work for you, and just because something looks possible doesn't mean that it's wise to do it. It's always better, of course, to think before you act, even if you're following a friend's advice, because you may not know a person's true motive in advising you. Well, we'll leave it there for today. Next time, we will journey to Djibouti, a land of ancient trade routes and nomadic wisdom, to uncover another powerful story filled with lessons to live by. Now, if you're enjoying our series so far and you've enjoyed this tale, then don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to Kindling channel. Let's keep stories alive.